All right, caution lights are off. We're ready to go to the green flag. A little fire in the sky. For the start of your 30-lap stock car A main. Green flag is there. Rogers and Ursetta. Bring them on down to the green. Dominic Ursetta going to the top of the racetrack. Jason Rogers on the bottom side. Ursetta will go back to back. He will be back in the modified feature here right after this one. Ursetta working on down the front straightaway. It's Jason Rogers, your race leader. Rogers on out front. Nichols through the slick, trying to work it there. Now Dominic Ursetta, the 6U out of Arvado, Colorado. Caution out on the racetrack. Caution out Jeff Tubbs. Around in turn number 3 and 4. Field looking to go to the green flag. Off of turn number 4, it is up in the air. Here we go. Green's on out. Field the race down into turn number 1 and 2. Dominic Ursetta to the outside of the racetrack looking. Ursetta out front. Now Jason Rogers back on the inside. Casey Wilkins there. They'll get 3 wide. The Moose is on the loose to the outside. He's going to get hustled on back about 3 spots. As it is Jason Rogers out front, laying the left front down there on the tires. Tied to the tires, Casey Woken running there in the number 2 spot. Mike Nichols and Dominic Ursetta. You've got them 4 wide deep in the field. Look at this action off of turn number 4. They're 4 wide to the stripe for 12th on back. Still 4 wide. Powell, Pepper, Bustle, and the Moose.
Heim runs 5th. Davis 6th. Here comes Sterling looking the inside. Peter Silly is there, as well as Tyler Tipton.
You've got him racing 2 and 3 wide deep in the field. Jason Rogers running and hiding on this one. Woken right on in behind him. Look at that. 3 wide across the stripe deep in the field. Heim there in the 6. Sterling in now Mike Peter Silly. Peter Silly in the 25P working double duty back there deep in the field behind the 183 of Chad Sterling. Sterling to the inside of Jason Davis. Pepper up on 2 wheels working the front off. Now it's still 4 wide. 4 deep, that is right there. Mike Nichols is looking for second on Casey Woken. Nichols now to the outside. He's come to 1 lane off the bottom. Rogers is right there. Nichols around Woken. Rogers is going to protect the bottom of the racetrack. Mike Nichols has gone to the top side. Look at him. He will run it on down, meet and greet the rear bumper of that 37 of Jason Rogers. It is Rogers, Nichols, Woken, 1, 2, and 3. Dominic Ursetta in the number 4 spot as they flash past the stripe.
Chad Sterling runs 5th. He gets by Jason Davis. Then it's Peter Silly being challenged.
Peter Silly's got company. Here comes Heim. Heim there. They are 3, 2, and 3 wide down there on turn 3 and 4. Field working 4 wide once again off of turn number 4 and down the front straight away. This great battle back there for the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th position. Peter Silly. Here comes Angel Munoz. Watch the 57. He's working his way through the field. 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4. Munoz on the outside, tipped in the middle. Peter Silly on the bottom. Field a race on down the front straightaway. Nichols is still pestering that 37 of Rogers. Rogers with the advantage. There is great racing all the way through the field on this one. Now Nichols looking to the bottom of Rogers. Rogers will run it right down there to the moisture, the bottom of turn number 1 and 2. He knows that he is there. Nichols there, 2 car lengths back to him in the number 2 spot. On into turn number 3 and 4, the 37 of Jason Rogers out of Hilton, Kansas, working the 1 spot. Nichols, Woken, 2 and 3. Everybody chug-a-lug, choo-choo the bottom.
Munoz was 11th, working to get into the top 10. He's alongside the 95 of Tyler Tipton.
On down the back straightaway. Now look at this. Chrome Horns honking for the lead. Nichols is on the butts. Mike Nichols, Chrome Horn was hollering. He is going to look for the race lead off a 2 and out of back straightaway. Nichols on the top side. Jason Rogers lets him go. Rogers and Nichols race. Caution is out. Yellow is out. Got one around. Aaron Gray, and that right there will put the 37 back to the lead. Jason Rogers brings them nice and easy. He'll stab the throttle. Nichols is going to go right back to the top of the racetrack. Well, the ace in the hole is doubled down on the money as it is Mike Nichols on into the race lead. Look at Angel Munoz, that blue 57. He started dead last. Munoz is working. He is into the top 7 now. Nichols and Ursetta to the outside. The 37 of Rogers right there. Dominic Ursetta coming to the inside. Casey Wilkins there. Justin Bustle, the 11B. Jason Davis, the 76. And Munoz, 3 wide.
Halfway this next time around. Top 5, Nichols, Rogers, Woken, Ursetta.
Off of turn number 4, cross flags meet the drivers. It is Nichols, Rogers. 1, 2, 3 is Woken. Ursetta is 4th. They'll race on down the back straightaway. It is into turn number 3 and 4. Angel Munoz has found something at the top of the racetrack. He is not afraid. He has run all over this place. Munoz. He'd love to go back to back. Jason Rogers now has found something. Rogers working it. He will push the 36, the 63 of Nichols. He pushed up the racetrack. Rogers back on the inside. Battle for the lead. That old Bart chassis working the B&B machine to the outside. It is Nichols. Nichols will come down, shut the door to the party, says no entry, no vacancy at the 6-time national champion lounge. As it is Rogers, though, back to the inside. Jason Rogers works the top or the bottom of the racetrack. Nichols to the top side. Dominic Ursetta starting to lose the trip on that thing. Jason Rogers feels the chrome horn honking on the 63 car. Rogers on out front, but not by much, as now Nichols has went to the bottom of the racetrack looking for something. Can he keep it down on the bottom side? Rogers is right there in the 37 car. To the outside goes Nichols in the 63. Rogers still your race leader. Woken in the number 3 spot. 20 down, 10 to go. Rogers your leader. Jason Rogers doing a nice job keeping the 63 at bay.
Look at Munoz. He is 8th behind Ursetta.
Dominic Ursetta falling back in this one. As Nichols still pestering the outside of that 37 car. Got to run down the back straightaway. Nichols is trying on him. Mike Nichols looking. Jason Rogers down on the inside. 4 wide deeper in the field. They'll race him, but that is up front. That is where your battle is going to stay. Nichols back on the outside. Rogers back on the bottom. They'll go 2 wide down into turn number 3 and 4. Rogers, Nichols, Woken, and Ursetta. 3 wide. Bustle right there. Ursetta and Davis. Excuse me, the 1 car of Heim. No, it's J.C. Howell, excuse me. J.C. Howell in the number 4 spot.
The 103.
Mike Nichols has got the kitchen sink unbolted. He is looking to throw it at that 37 car. He is trying down the back straightaway. Rogers down on the inside. Nichols back to the top side. Field will work down into turn number 3 and 4. Nichols down the front straightaway looking to the outside. Rogers on the bottom. Rogers is standing tall on the bottom of the racetrack. Nichols has got some velocity to the outside. Nothing to be had, though. Rogers and Nichols side by side down the back straightaway, down the front straightaway. Jason Rogers is locked and loaded to the bottom of the racetrack. Nichols is trying to find some bite down there with him. Off of turn number 4, laps winding down. It is still Rogers, Nichols, Woken, J.C. Howell out of Texas, Davis and Ursetta. Casey Woken trying to hustle on up there, get into that, make it a 3-car battle for the race lead. 2 laps remaining. Your final stock car feature of the season here at the legendary RPM Speedway. Down the backside they'll go. It'll be Rogers looking at Johnny's white flag. 1 to go. Car got tight for him that time down there. 1 to go. Can Rogers hang on? Nichols right now is throwing it at him. He's even went to Lowe's and bought one, trying to get it done. On down the back straightaway into the bottom side. The old home pride ride. Gonna shuffle to the bottom of the racetrack. Off a turn 4. It'll be Jason Rogers to the win.
Give it up for Jason Rogers.
Wasting no time climbing out of the Fredericks Insurance Myers Farms Bart chassis, Jason Rogers.
Hey, you gotta come back.
We'll get him on around front. Jason, step on in there. First of all, my friend, congratulations. What a run. Walk us through that one.
I hate starting on the pole, but that's what it took. Car was awesome. Bart chassis, they make it work here. Just hug the bottom. Mike give me a good, clean run. I got to give it to that. He kept me real clean.
Tell you, like you said, anytime you get that number 1 pillar, you race your way into that number 1 spot, you're always a sitting duck. You're the one they're aiming for. But I tell you, you've got a ton of laps here, and you've got a ton of experience, and that's where it right comes down to, doesn't it?
Yeah, I just tried to keep my cool, not get too overexcited, just be patient, made it work.
Tell you, now, you got your name on a T-shirt now.
T-shirts, yeah. We still got a few T-shirts left. Anybody wants to come buy one?
Hey, I tell you what, we just made that into a nice sales pitch.
I got to try. There's still half a box full in there.
How's the season been for you? I know I've seen you kind of watch the reviews, kind of watch the Facebook and stuff. Had a kind of okay run up at Boone when you came up, but down here you're always dominant, aren't you?
Yeah, we was, we ended up with, this is number 14th on the year. We didn't run near as hard as we normally do, so it was a good season for us.
Tell you what, I know got kids racing go-karts. How's that working for you?
Yeah, it's taught us a lot. We're maybe thinking about stepping up BJ into a big car now.
Well, second generation working its way in here in Northwest Kansas. A lot of great sponsors helping you out. Who do you want to thank?
We got to thank Frederickson Insurance, Myers Farms, Dynamic Drive Shafts, Bill Stein Shocks, Bart Chassis. This is a Fisher engine in here. South Fork Angus. Is that I can think of right now.
All right, Jason. Well, congratulations, Fall Nationals champion. How about it for Jason Rogers?